In this house in the Haitian capital, a terrible tragedy is unfolding. A 13-year-old girl called Marley Cassius is hiding herself away because a dreadful growth is taking over her face and killing her. Her family can only wait for her to die. In desperation, her parents contact two American-based Haitian nurses, twins Gina and Jeanette Eugene.
Marley, c'est moi-même Gina, moi sorti Miami.
When I saw Marley for the first time, I could not understand what I was looking at. I was scared when I saw her. Confused, because I saw something in front of me. I felt, my God, is it a human being? Because I've never seen something like that.
Living in Haiti, Marley has no hope of survival. It's the poorest country in the Americas. Here, people live on less than 50 pence a day. Most of the capital has no running water or electricity. Half the country's children suffer malnutrition. Marley is shunned by her neighbors. Many believe her bewitched.
People here say that this isn't a normal disease, but that she's been cursed. They say it's voodoo stuff.
People say, what is this? Is it a curse? Is it a monster? What is this? You know, and she hearing, and she just hang on to me like her last hope. You could see it, she telling me, take me with you, you know.
Neither the twins nor any doctor in Haiti is able to diagnose the disease that's killing Marley.
Every doctor we have ever seen has no idea what is going on with her. They have done lots of x-rays, but they have never been able to discover what the problem is. In the meantime, the thing has been growing and growing.
Marley was just 4 years old when her family realized that something terrible was happening to her. Over the years, her face is distorting, the skin stretching. The disease is transforming the bones in her face to a massive growth, forcing her eyes apart, filling her mouth. It's closing her throat and crushing her windpipe.
I see Marley as a prisoner in her own body. She's like locked up behind something, like she's in jail. When you look at her eyes, you see a child asking for help. And I hope she survived. That's one. Going through all this, I hope she'll make it.
For Marley Cassius, time is running out. Her only chance of life is an immediate airlift. The twins contact an American charity. A mercy dash to Miami, just 2 hours flight away, is arranged. Waiting for her are the world's media, here to cover the story of the girl from Haiti with the terrible unknown disease. At the Jackson Memorial Medical Center, the charity, the International Kids Fund, calls a press conference to be addressed by one of the few specialists on Earth who can save Marley. Venezuelan-born surgeon, Dr. Jesus Gomez.
Marley is not suffering from a tumor, okay? This is a genetic disorder called fibrous dysplasia. This disorder is affecting every single bone of her body, especially the flat bones that we have on the head and the face, and this is why,
At last, Marley's disease is diagnosed. Now, the only way her life can be saved is major and unprecedented surgery to remove the fibrous dysplasia from her face.
And we're going to come and split the lip and split, this portion of the mouth.
I had left her in God's hands.
and in the hands of those two ladies, the Good Samaritan, and all the doctors. Thank you.
The massive lesion weighs over 7 kilos, heavier than her head. Marley has to carry it in her hands. It's threatening first to blind her, then kill her. It was a gene that mutated in the womb that gave Marley fibrous dysplasia. At the age of 3, it started to deform her face. Fibrous dysplasia is a non-hereditary disorder that causes bone to expand into a lesion. Its origin is unknown. It has no cure. As she grows, the lesion grows. In Marley's case, all the bones in her body are developing abnormally. She's in constant pain. 150,000 people around the world have fibrous dysplasia, but only about 3% of them suffer such an acute condition. Medical history records no more extreme case than that of Marley Cassius, the girl from Haiti. Surgery is less than 24 hours away. It is Marley's only hope. Marley Cassius is facing a dangerous operation to remove the bones affected by the rare disease fibrous dysplasia. An emergency tracheotomy is helping her breathe. With the hole in her throat and a breathing tube bypassing her voice box, she can make no sound.
She breathes through her neck. They made a tiny hole under her chin to let her breathe. Without this tube, she'd be dead.
Okay, chérie. Okay, boubou. Okay, titutu. Okay, chérie. Moi la voix, oui la voix.
A feeding tube has been inserted into her throat. The girl who was starving to death in Haiti can now be given nutrients.
She has not been to school for 2 years. I stopped her going to school when I saw her jaw getting so big.
Ouvre succion, boubou. Ouvre succion, boubou. Okay.
She is a child who wants to live. She loves life. I hope God will give her strength.
Marley's condition, she's just 80 pounds. She's just 13 years old. And this disease has been affecting her to the point that I would say that this surgery is going to be life-threatening because the risk of bleeding and the risk to develop postoperative infection. The disease is not affecting the soft tissue. This is a disease that is just affecting the bone. Of course, all the soft tissue attached to that bone is going to be expanded and it's going to be, deformed by the bony mass.
To assist the pioneering surgery, Dr. Gomez is using the latest technology. From X-ray scans, a life-size model of Marley's head is made. The surgeons will remove the lesion, replacing all the diseased bones in Marley's face with a synthetic bone structure. What Dr. Gomez is planning is unprecedented in surgical history.
Nobody has attempted to do a surgery that is this big in a patient that is that young. Hello, hello. Marley. Marley. How you doing, sweetheart? Hey. How's everything? Good? Finally, no? That's great, that you're here and finally,
to see you.
Of course, me too. Marley is a normal teenager. Marley. With her eyes, she tells me everything. When she holds my hand, how she look at me, I can feel that she's a completely, normal person, okay, trapped on this mass. Tomorrow, We're going to open this portion of the eye here, and we're going to come all the way across the face like this. At this point, we're going to create a corner here, and we're going to split the lip, okay? And we're going to open, the whole face like a book.
This time tomorrow, that surgery will be taking place. This surgery is only possible without...
With all the publicity surrounding the case, funds are being raised for Marley's life-saving operation.
This $95,000 procedure is only possible with the global outpouring of support. It is going to be a very risky operation, but one that the girl's mother has been waiting for years. She was in tears, saying she doesn't know how to thank everyone.
7:30 in the morning. Both the surgeons and the family know this day is the turning point in Marley's life.
Don't cry, okay? Everything is gonna be okay. I know that you're scared, okay? But everything will be fine.
The next few hours will change Marley's life or end it. For Dr. Jesus Gomez and his team, it's the professional challenge of their careers.
Be careful. Be careful with your eyes. Give me number 9, please. We have some blood loss, but the bleeding is pretty much under control.
Draining the lesion, Dr. Gomez makes a discovery about the nature of Marley's disease.
We have a lot of fluid that is not blood, okay? Now, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna see how much of the cystic fluid we can drain. We're gonna create the first window. This is why the lesion was so heavy, it was full of fluid. Thank God it's not blood.
With the cystic fluid now drained, the surgical team are cutting out the lesion in Marley's mid-face.
This is a whole huge specimen, Probably we just need a big bucket and put the whole pieces over there.
The disease obliterated Marley's facial features. But there's a breakthrough.
What we're going to try to do is create some kind of, nasal passages all the way to the back.
Unexpectedly, Dr. Gomez now believes he can reconstruct Marley's nose.
We have a nasal cavity here. I'm going to need, please, a sterile nasal trumpet. What we're going to do with the nose is we're going to try to create like a closure here. Complete, the osteotomy all the way down to the septum that we have. Very cool, huh? That's very cool. Are you happy, guys?
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I say we save this bone. This bone.
Yeah, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna talk to the family. Hey, how you doing? We're doing great. Okay, we're doing great. I think that God is helping us a lot. Okay, we're taking the lesion down, and 50% of the face is off. We're gonna start to trim some of the portion of the lateral portion of the face. Okay, we're gonna compress everything, and we're gonna start the reconstruction in one side, and we're gonna dress the other side. It's gonna take us a lot of hours, but just to let you know that we're doing fine. The other thing is I was able to reconstruct the nose. She's gonna get the nose back.
Sans qu'elle te montre, t'as pas perdu, il pas perdu. Your name is his name. Out of
More than 1,500 doctors.
doctors.
Why
Why you had to
be
have the
the
name
one
Jesus?
Jesus? Why
Just
had
don't
to
let
be
me know.
the
Ask my
mom.
Because
After 8 hours in the operating room, the lesion on both sides of Marley's mid-face has been removed.
the key point at this stage is going to be to resuspend, all the face. For that, most probably going to use titanium mesh